what was the purpose of buying it to begin with? No, if you bought a VUL, I think dapat your purpose should be more insurance than anything else. So basically, what are you preparing for something to happen to you? Provide for your loved ones or the medical benefits. So that doesn't change. Now the values that you put into or the fund values is an extra. I mean, the design of the program, the product is you can also make money at the same time in a way to earn a little bit or maybe to recover your premiums.
Okay guys, in this video, we have Randell Tiongson. We did a video prior to this, but ngayon, I want to direct it straight naman for people who are insurance. Since you are the insurance guy, you're the patron saint of life insurance in the Philippines. I want to talk about what
I've been out of the industry for a long time. So
okay. what's your I want to parang your advice to people. Number one, isa-say natin na there's a lot of insurance products. What's your advice for people who have VULs right now naman? It's up. They bought when it was up. Now it's down. What's the best course of action? Put in more, stay the course, take away their money.
Okay. So again, babalik pa rin tayo. What was the purpose of buying it to begin with? No, if you bought a VUL, I think dapat your purpose should be more insurance than anything else. So basically, what are you preparing for something to happen to you? Provide for your loved ones or the medical benefits. So that doesn't change. Now the values that you put into or the fund values is an extra. I mean, the design of the program, the product is you can also make money at the same time in a way to earn a little bit or maybe to recover your premiums. That doesn't change. So here's my point: if you're bought the insurance for insurance, just continue paying it. If it's a VUL and then you pay premiums now, then you're buying your fund values at a lower cost. So in a way, you're cost averaging it down. Like investing, if you have extra money that you're not gonna use, that you're not gonna touch, that you just wanna, alam mo, yung pwede mong hayaan lang, then maybe you can use that to top up your funds. So, but basically, ano pa rin status quo ka pa rin dapat sa insurance mo. Continue to pay it, don't lapse it at this time, because you need the coverage more than anything else. If you're concerned about the fund values, you can either let it go. I mean, eventually it's gonna recover. I mean, ideally, kasi people buying life insurance are doing it for a long-term perspective. I mean, most of these products are really good for the 20, 25, 30 years of it. And then a lot of things can happen. So if you're just continue paying as in regular pay, then, you're actually buying units that are cheaper today. Mm-hmm. Or if you did a single pay and then your tendency mo is, I'm not going to touch it in retirement or at least when I'm 50 or 60 and you're only 30, then just leave it there. That's my advice for them. Don't lapse your policy. That's not the right time to do it now.
Now, another question is this. May fresh funds sila, but they cannot take the volatility. Would you suggest that they still maintain their current one, but dun sa succeeding nila, they opened a bond account or they still put it in sa equity fund? No cut loss, no selling, but fresh funds. Do they put in more sa equity or they just open something na mas tolerable?
If it's a fresh fund, Marvin, you're talking about a new policy or the same existing policy?
New policy na lang, new policy.
And then you don't like the volatility, then don't go into equity. To begin with, if you don't like volatility, you should be in equity in the first place. Then you just take bonds or those things.
It's different kasi pag maganda yung market, madaming tao, ang dali mag-invest, madali.
Parang advisors kasi, puro equities yung mga nirecommend nila because some advisors medyo parang they think that's gonna be the story because of our good performance in the past. Mm-hmm. So yan yung danger ngayon. Yan yung danger. That's why financial planning, risk assessment, very, very important regardless of the product. Whether it's VUL or a mutual fund, the UITF or you're trading stocks, you need to understand the risk that we're getting into and then you plan accordingly.
Okay. So we're done with insurance. I want to talk about emergency fund naman. Emergency fund, what do you suggest to people right now who don't have emergency funds and we're in the midst of the crisis already? Iba yung you're preparing for a crisis to happen. That's why you save your emergency fund. How about for people right now that yun din yung fear na yung job, yung business might be slower, weaker, and then they don't have emergency funds right now?
So, well, pray. Pray harder. Then it's never too late to build it. I mean, I mean, of course, you can do it now, but when the market starts to be a little bit better, the economy starts to go back to its normal routine, then, I think you have to be a little bit wiser now to set aside more money. Even us, even tayo, no? I mean, you just have to learn how to do more of that, because while these things is what you call a black swan, I don't think it's going to happen again and again and again, but they do happen. I mean, I'm much older than you, Marvin, even if it doesn't look like it. So I've seen all of these things happen time and again. So yan yung point. So that's why the need is always going to be there. Insurance, emergency funds, it's always going to be there. That's part of risk planning.
Okay. Tapos, that being said, no, how about the ones right now na putol yung income nila? Either, I don't know, let's make it more specific na, since we're talking about insurance. There's a lot, for example, of people who are in the insurance industry. Since walang lumalabas ngayon, wala rin income. So madami yung mga video editor or yung mga wedding coordinator, ganyan. Since wala yung mga conferences, wala yung mga events, wala mga concerts, how about the ones that are affected in that? Mga photographer, videographer, ganyan. What do you suggest? In times na
gig economy.
Ayan, pwede.
Gig economy. So, well, that's gonna be really, again, alam mo naman ang solusyon ko lagi, pray, di ba? Pray harder, no? But really, I think it's now I mean, number one, I believe it's gonna restart again. This thing's gonna go back again. You can't stop people from getting married. You can't stop people from watching concerts later on. When there's ang challenge ngayon is during this time, it's a little bit more challenging for people. So for those of you who can do some side hustles or other things than what you're doing, then maybe that's good. But again, wala talagang at this time. I remember what my parents would tell me because we experience these things, martial law, and then all these things we experience. My mom would always say, austerity measures or your belt tightening. This is a time to do it. You have to stretch whatever you have, stretch it as far as you can, and make it count. But these things will pass. I mean, I tell a lot, I don't want to oversimplify things and I've experienced this over time. These things passed. I try not to give it to fear, because if I give it to fear, mahirap dumiskarte. I'm now really, what I'm doing right now is positioning upon recovery and what I can do. There's nothing I can do anyway at this point in time, diba? So, yeah. So just position yourself on how to be able to rebound later on. And I know it's going to be a challenge. Everybody's challenged anyway. I mean, sino bang hindi challenged right now? Except you, of course.
So, eto naman, what do you suggest naman, two-prong question, dun sa mga taong may utang, then dun sa mga taong nagpautang also. So parang dun sa mga nagpautang, should they be sensitive na baka mahirapan yung pinagpautangan nila? Dun naman sa may utang, what should they do? Tumakbo ba sila, or ano kailangan nilang gawin?
Alam mo, at this point in time, di ba? I mean, we need to honor our parang umutang tayo, we have to pay it, and it's never a good thing. We have to pay. I mean, maybe you can negotiate for a longer paying period to give you some. I mean, even financial institutions are giving that now. So kung may kilala kang tao, baka pwede pakiusapan mo. Pero at the same time, syempre yung tao na kailangan din, hindi inaasahan niya. So it's a difficult situation. That's why I don't like lending money.
Okay.
I don't want to be in this position, di ba? But wala, you just have to bite the bullet with this one. If you're a lender, be prepared that a lot of people can pay you. Not that they don't want to, it's very hard. That's why, business yan eh. Ano ba yung plan mo? Baka naman lahat ng pera mo, nilabas mo, wala kang pang backup. So, and talagang babagal yan. We've seen this, no, whenever these things happen, a lot of people default or delay payment. So, that's a problem. For the borrower, for those borrowing, I think you have to do what is right. You still have to negotiate, talk to them, best effort on your part on how to be able to repay them. But again, if there's no income, ano gagamitin mo para mag-repay?
Keyword lang talaga, wag takbuhan. Mas better kausapin mo sila and be honest na hindi kayang bayaran.
Paano ba yung takbuhan mo? Kung matatakbuhan yan, di ba? That's illegal.
Okay, baka may mga nag-iisip ng ganun eh. Na anyways,
marami gumawa niya dati sa abroad, no? Yung nagkaroon sila ng crisis, marami tumakbo. But again, doesn't make it right. No?
I have to end this video. One last question then before we go to the to an end. What's your suggestion to people naman who have businesses? Kunya, since madaming sarado ngayon, hindi rin sila nababayaran, and then they're running low on their cash, and may empleyado rin sila kailangan pasweldohin. Suggest what should they do?
Okay.
Mas mahirap ko sa'yo, no?
Grabe, hirap yan. I think you also have to take the high road, diba? Kung meron ka pang pasweldo, I mean, still sweldohan mo sila, maybe you can negotiate with them on how to be able to, you know, it's a you need to talk to them also at the same time on what to be able to do, no? So some employees are on non-paid leave, some of them are on certain leaves pero at half pay. So depende yan sa usapan nyo. But have the willingness to help them. I mean, as business people, I mean, I hope, no? But pag wala ka extra, then it's a problem also, no? So yeah, just be sensitive. For business people, I want them to be sensitive at this point in time. Diba? Kung ano-ano pa pinupost nila sa Facebook nila, tapos syempre nakita na employee nila yon. I mean, parang bad taste din. So, just be sensitive and try to help as much as you can.
Kasi,
and position, prepare on how to get to the recovery. I mean, again, as I said, if you're into the wedding photography thing, people are gonna get married. I mean, in fact, imagine mo to, Marvin, for 4 months walang kasal. And then after everybody wants to get married, those who've been waiting. Imagine mo na lang, there's gonna be a flux, no? There's gonna be a surge and all these things. I mean, when we remove this COVID issue and remove this quarantine, just how many people will want to order pizza again? And you know, it's things like this. So just be prepared for those things. Yung mga nasa e-commerce na hindi makapag-deliver, o hindi naman mawawala order, tanggapin nyo yung deliver, then eventually those things will happen. Just be ready for the, you know, for the recovery and the resumption of the economy.
Ready na ako mag-ramen pag nagbukas eh. Tagal na hindi nakaka-ramen. Sobrang
ready na ako mag-icon eh pagbukas.
Oh, tsaka yun. Final words. Go.
Okay, so I mean, for everybody, no, please do not give in to fear. You know, hope is a very, very important commodity right now. Please do not lose hope. And for somebody who has been through many crises myself, because I'm slightly older than Marvin, we did recover. I mean, we're still here. Buhay pa naman kami, di ba? Bakit baka kami lalo? But and we're more resilient. I mean, God created us to be more resilient than we give ourselves credit for. And that's why do not lose hope. And just to remind everybody, hope is a person, and you know that hope is in Christ. So, you know, now is the time. Christ has been calling us. Now is the time for us to really get to know Him, submit our lives to Him, and you know, build that relationship. And you understand why, you know, Marvin and I, we never lose hope despite of these things. We're realistic. We know it's not hindi namin dinidismiss yung nangyayari, but we still have hope. We're still looking for the future. Just eternal hope that I can always impart, and that's only when you have a relationship with Christ yourself. So take this opportunity to get to know Him. Read His Word, you know, submit yourself to Him.
And kung nawawalan kayo ng pag-asa, follow Randell Tiongson channel. Grabe, it will give you so much inspiration kasi sobrang yaman niya, guys. So, yun. Thank you so much.
Kung nawawalan kayo ng pera, follow Marvin.
so yun. Thank you so much, Mr. Tiongson, for this time. No, grabe. Nagkaroon ng sobrang yaman na tao sa channel again. Yeah, thank you so much. And I guess that's it. Oh, see you in the next video. Bye, everyone. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. By the way, bye-bye.